Morning everybody, CryptoStrang here. Today, just going to give some price updates from previous videos. We always go over prices like 2 to 3 months later to see how they're developing. Obviously overnight we've had this massive crash. Started yesterday morning and went on, and it's a huge amount of, personally my portfolio went down like 25%. Absolutely shocking, to be honest. I didn't think we'd have that in this bull market, such a rapid drop. I don't believe this massive drop is the sign of a bear market. That's my personal opinion. I believe it's just a massive correction. It's just a huge shame that Bitcoin governs the market so much. You get a WoW, for instance, manipulating the market and the rest fall. Over time as cryptocurrency develops, and the fact we have still got, even though it's dipped below 2 trillion market cap, we've still got 1.7 trillion. Surely over time we will not be purely governed by Bitcoin's price. As the altcoins develop and have their own use case and massive community and developments and partnerships, etc., Bitcoin price will be irrelevant when it comes to altcoins, because it is very, very disappointing and bizarre when Bitcoin crashes. So does the rest. I find that really frustrating, obviously, as everyone else. So, just go over some brief price updates and go over some news as well. So the first thing is COTI. I've done this video on 26th of February. I talked about the huge roadmap and plans for 2021. COTI Pay, the trust chain, the partnerships, really super bullish on COTI. At the time, it was basically approaching 151 million market cap, and the price was 22.5 cents. Now, here we are today, May the 20th. We're actually 27 cents. It's gone up a bit. We've actually had 33 cents in the last 24 hours. Obviously, the crash hasn't helped it in any way. But it's got market cap 184 million. Ranked 182. Actually, I'd say I've done this video on February the 24th. On March the 23rd, we actually had 57 cents, would you believe, the all-time high. So that's a huge, in the space of a month, when I've done that video, 22.5 cents, within a month, it was 57 cents. So COTI, still super bullish with it. I love the project, I love the partnerships, I love everything that's going on about COTI. And also, I like their website. The COTI's got a news section, and you can go on there. We talk about Ada Pay on the Shelley mainnet. It's got a huge partnership with Cardano, and that's why, again, I don't know, but I'm assuming that once Goggon's released, the projects like COTI will jump across to Ada. I think once the first project jumps across to Goggon, as I've said many times before, I imagine there's many projects want to be the first on Cardano, and you can see how many are crossing over to Binance Smart Chain from Ethereum. And I think Cardano will get a wave of projects jumping over. I really do believe that. So COTI, keep eyeing it. When it's this sort of price, I spoke, in the previous video about Umbrella Network, such a low price in my opinion. I think COTI as well. You think them was 22 and up to 57, and here we are today at 27 because of the big crash. So 27 cents to me is very low, not financial advice, as you know. Now, the next video I did was actually on 6th of March. So basically 2.5 months or whatever. So at the time, market cap was 572 million, over 6 cents in the top 100. Here we are today, we're actually outside the top 100, ranked 105. The market cap is basically 598 million. Now it's 4.5 cents. Again, it's down 20% like everything else. It's double digit, crash sort of thing. But we needed 6 cents in the last 24 hours. Now, as I say, when I've done that video, you can actually scroll down. You can see that I've done on 6th of March, it was just over 6 cents. We actually reached on April the 16th 12 cents. So it doubled in price in 6 weeks. So I still am super bullish about reserve rights. I really do like the project, how they're developing, especially the likes of Venezuela. You can scroll across to their Twitter. I follow them on Twitter, as mentioned before, and you can see there the general use case of it and actually being used. And they're always giving updates. It states, Reserve, Yummy is a food delivery app in Venezuela, now accepting payments with Reserve. I think as they develop, sort of South America, hope they'll expand into Asia, Europe, North America, who knows? But as they develop as a project, I am super bullish on Reserve. I know I'm bullish about many projects. I still think we're going to have a fantastic year. It's very disappointing what happened in the last 24 hours is what it is. Let's hope we recover. I can always see, for instance, a lot of my other favourites are recovering. They had massive crash yesterday. They're sort of climbing back up again. So it was a huge shock. And it does open your eyes up to what crypto is. It's such high risk. That's why I always say, again, not financial advice, but I always take profits. I set price targets. You got them because you never know what's around the corner. That's just my humble opinion. Now, moving on to the news. Now, this hit home as well. When you talk about these low cap gems all the time, we talk about Pancake Swap, don't we? We talk about many little low caps. And look, it's Pancake Bunny. it tanked. It dropped 96% following 200 million flash loan exploit. So this is someone exploited on Pancake Swap to drive the price up, take the profits, so the profit just took all the profits, then basically our project just dumped. And it states there how he done it. You know, and Pancake Bunny.finance even tweeted about it, say the hacker used Pancake Swap to borrow a huge amount of BNB. The hacker then wanted to manipulate the price of USDT/BNB as well as Bunny.BNB. The hacker ended up getting a huge amount of Bunny through his flash loan. The hacker then dumped all the Bunny in the market, causing the Bunny price to plummet. The hacker paid back the BNB through Pancake Swap. So you can see how he done it. It states here, the attack saw the price of Bunny quickly pump from $150 to $240 before plummeting to nothing in over just 30 minutes. After consolidating below $10 for roughly 2 hours, Bunny last changed hands for $8.80. And this was when this news article was done in the early hours. Here we are now, we're back up to $33. So it's made a recovery. But you can see in the last 24 hours there, you know, at 163 in the last 24 hours alone. But so at one point, literally beginning of yesterday, was $240. So that just goes to show that's ranked 765. Market cap's obviously dropped a lot because of what's happened. It's still nearly 17 million. So it just goes to show someone does that to a project, you can lose. That's the risk we have. And you've got to be careful, you know, your own due diligence. Now, moving on. Cointelegraph, I do like this section. Cointelegraph do press releases. This is very good when you want to see potential in projects, new projects, and how they're developing. It gives basically a press release of when they're doing like a mainnet launch and new partnerships. So it's there like Tranche Finance, never heard of it. It's pleased to announce it's launched its mainnet today. Now this is a really good. I'll put a link below. Follow this because it gives you an update when projects are going to sort of release their mainnet, so you can see a potential pump. And it states there, Revuto, to have public token sale, deliver subscription payments on Cardano, another project being built. I think over the next 3 to 6 months, regardless of the market, as Cardano and Gogons released, the amount of projects jumping onto it, I'm really still very, very hopeful Cardano will continuously pump and rise in the charts. That's my personal opinion. I think it's such a huge few months for Cardano, IOHK, and I'm sure they'll rise to the occasion. I saw their recent video on IOHK about Alonzo and the Gogon release, and it's all on schedule. Expecting a few bumps in the road as you expect with a brand new thing, but there's been, you know, experimenting for so long. They've produced this, they've got all the white papers, they've been so due diligent and so long while releasing Gogon. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fantastic when it's released. Now, CoinDesk, I say pretty much every news site is all about this drop. You know, crypto market loses $460 billion as Ether altcoins follow Bitcoin's deep dive. And that's the most disappointing bit. Just because Bitcoin dumps, why should the rest have to? Surely as we develop, we'll lose this sort of momentum of Bitcoin controls everything. You know, it's so disappointing. But states there, so many. Again, if you're still bullish like myself, like that's why today I've actually purchased some more. Like I bought some more Umbrella Network. I speak about in the previous video. I will buy some more Coty. I will buy some more RSR. That's what I'll be personally doing. I think it's a great time to buy some more in a bull market. But you have to do your own research and evaluate and do your own sort of calculating the risk. So one great thing I saw on Crypto Slate moving on is IOHK. Obviously, the firm behind Cardano released a new converter today that allows users to bring ERC20 tokens issued on Ethereum, obviously, to the Cardano blockchain. So this is what I've stated before about the ERC20 converter. It's Ethereum and their gas fees just go completely mad. Crazy high fees. We've seen many projects go to Binance Smart Chain. Many projects starting now seem to be going on Binance Smart Chain. Once Gogon's fully released, there'll be such a competition between BSC, Cardano, as well as Polkadot. Who knows? As I said many times when Ethereum 2.0 is coming out, they've got a lot to live up to when it does. Okay? You're just mad if you don't transfer. If your gas fees are so much cheaper on Cardano, the technology is so much better where, you know, obviously Bitcoin was the first generation, Ethereum was the second generation, the likes of Cardano, Binance Smart Chain, obviously the third generation. So we'll see. I think it's going to be absolutely fascinating next few weeks, months, and who cross over to Cardano, the big news stories when big projects launch over. You know, Celsius, I know they're two have been talking a lot, you know, Charles, the owner of Celsius, and obviously Coty, they're doing a partnership. I think many projects will transfer. One thing I always like to look at on CoinMarketCap is the top gainers, top losers. Now, many of these projects, they're purely pump and dump. You don't ever heard of most of them, to be honest. You scroll down, but there's a couple there which I've sort of looked at briefly before, which is sort of you sort of perhaps wish you're going more like TAP there. We talked about TAP before very briefly. Apex is one that I've looked at before. So there is some real sort of projects here with a lot of potential. Now, Ergo, I've mentioned before as well. I really do like that project, and it's had a 116% pump in the last 7 days. DMM, I know a lot of people spoke about that before. DMG looks a good, solid project. But many of the others, I say, are purely pump and dump. And when you go to the actual losers, again, a lot of these 3 times long tokens like Cosmos, Tezos, Bitcoin Cash, which purely, just dump, pump and dump. And obviously you got Pancake Bunny there after what happened yesterday. So, but the other bit that I like on CoinMarketCap is what's recently been added. Now, we cover what we call effectively shite coins, as we like to call them, when you think of your Shibu, your Feg, obviously Doge was the original one. We also got Kita now, you've got SafeMask, SafeMoon. But I just want to show you what's happening on CoinMarketCap. It's obviously a phenomenon now. There's even one the other day, it was called Arse, would you believe? It was Australian, shipping something or other, and it was ASS, actually called Arse, and that had gone up like 150% overnight. So that's what people do it, but it's pure luck if you get in there and get those massive returns, because as soon as what goes up always comes down. Now, what I want to show you is on CoinMarketCap was recently listed. Now look at all these projects which are purely pump and dump. You've even got one they call Burn Coin, Baby Shark, Chihuahua Token, American Shiba. You get the Shiba come out, and it goes on Binance, which was bizarre at the time, and now they've got American Shiba, Chihuahua, Corgi, Elephant Money, Pink Elon, Elon Musk. God, why is he so much in the news? Someone's even called a shite coin there, Pink Elon. Booze Moon, Poo Rocket. Who the hell creates a project and calls it Poo Rocket, Anyway, you can scroll through. What I'm saying is there's so many of these coming out now, and a lot of people will actually make a lot of money off them. For instance, I'll be honest with you, I got on Gate.io and Shiba Coin. I never buy that, but I had a referral on there. He must have bought a lot, because I got 16 million Shiba for free. Now, at one point, that's worth $60. Within a week, he went up to $500. Absolutely nothing. I've done nothing for that apart from referral. Now, it's back to $150. Obviously, I should have got rid of it at the higher price, but I just left it there. I've made a mistake there. I should have took in some profits there and got a decent quality project. But they're becoming the real norm now, which again is a bit, look at that on there, Peacock Coin, for God's sake, Anyway, just want to show you about all the projects being, but also show you here on the right, when we talk about projects being built, look at majority now, Binance Chain. There is some still obviously in Ethereum, there's a fair few coming, but mainly it's Binance. Now, I reckon, take my Cardano off of me, but I do believe when we come to sort of, June, July, August, I reckon half will be Binance. It's gone when it's released. 20% will be Cardano, and the rest will be Ethereum. But then by end of the year, I'm expecting basically the majority to be Cardano. I'm expecting a 50% Cardano, Binance Coin very close behind, and Ethereum just drifting away till Ethereum 2.0 comes out. That might be wishful thinking, but who knows? That's what I personally believe. But that's what I like about this section on CoinMarketCap. You can actually see new projects coming out. But as I say, look at the list of new ones there, and you've got to be careful what you're buying into there, okay? Now, I got this email the other day, and it did make me laugh. Now, I followed this before, Turnio. Great debit card, block card. They joined together, but they decided to rebrand themselves, and they now call themselves Unbanked. You think about a few years ago when Monaco renamed itself Crypto.com and paid $10 million for that domain, and now we've got a company called themselves Unbanked. Well, we'll see. The TRN token is pretty much stagnant. I've got quite a big bag of that. I'm hoping as they develop, because it's got a genuine use case, that will go up in price. But I was just a bit surprised when I got that to call it Unbanked. I didn't think it was the most revolutionary, much thought out name. But anyway, it's up to them, I guess. But also on Blockfolio, I love following this news site about just general sort of the signals of the week. And again, there's some big news when you think Amizago, spoke about it many times, releases OMGX testnet. There's also got Tezos announces the Florence upgrade, Avalanche. That's one I missed out. A bit like Solana, great solid project, smart contracts. Missed out on Avalanche and Solana, should have got it a long time ago. But I put this link below, but follow Blockfolio, because I think they're absolutely fantastic, their news and the signals of the past week. So, for this video, I just want to give some price updates on 2 previous videos. Like I say, we're always trying to give an update within 2 to 3 months. And it's just the general news. Obviously, the majority of the news is about the drop. So, there you go, everybody. Anyone need help as usual, email me, info@cryptostrain.com. Social media links below. Come over to Telegram for a chat. reach out, help any way I can. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Cheers now. Bye.